In this tutorial, I want to demonstrate a little trick that the curves button in Lumenzia does whenever you apply a dark mask to it. So normally if we do something like lights to and create a curve, then you'd get pretty much what you expect, which is going to be a regular curve with a lights to mask on it. If you open the curve, it's unadjusted and ready to go. So you can go ahead and start making some changes through that curve. Something different happens though if you work with any of the D masks, the dark masks, or zone A or 0 through 2, you get a different result. Let's say we want to adjust this rock to bring out more detail. Well, we could take a look at something like zone 1 to select it. It does a pretty good job of selecting that particular rock, and then we can click on the curve. And when we do this, at first glance, it looks like we got the same result. When we open it up, it looks pretty much the same, but if you look very carefully, right at the bottom here, there's an anchor point that's been set at 4, 4 on the curve. And here's what happens when you go and adjust this curve now, is it gets steeper in these dark areas. So you can bring out a lot of detail. If we look at this rock here, and look how much detail we just extracted from before to after. If we didn't have that anchor curve, we wouldn't get as interesting a result. Let's go click on that anchor point and just hit the delete key to delete it, and notice how flat things look from here with Lumenzia's anchor point to here after without it. So that little anchor point is a subtle thing, but it gives you much better shadows when you work with it. Now, of course, you'd still want to do the usual refinements of something like this. This is overall too adjusted in other parts of the image. So we'd go and add a group mask. We could alt click on group for black mask, hitting B for our brush, shrink it down a bit, maybe actually just use a quick select, try and grab that rock. Now hit B for the brush and paint right over it. Now hitting Command D to deselect, and we can see from before to after that you can very quickly bring out a tremendous amount of detail with this option. And I haven't even tweaked it. I just simply grabbed it and arbitrarily moved it up, but it automatically is going to give you a much nicer result than you probably otherwise would. So again, that's going to be the dark masks, zone A and 0 through 2 are going to automatically give you that little anchor point at the bottom.